guess because I had a date on the 1st, they sent it to my previous address and it got rerouted and it was scheduled for the 21st today. And I seen that through the mail. I never got any notice or anything. Once I looked at the mail to my old home, I seen the date that I missed on the 1st and another one for the 21st.
Mr. Green, you've been missing court dates for the longest.
I'm not even sure how I have a charge.
You're Juna Lee Edward?
Correct.
City of Detroit versus Juna Lee Edward Green, case number SP 105-78791, SP 115-68271, SP 1169121, counts 1 and counts 2, SP 1194914, counts 1, 2, and 3, SP 1244923, counts 1 and counts 2. SP 1244928, counts 1, 2, and 3. SP 1322.
I'm sorry, are those all my counts?
Still going. SP 1322402, counts 1, 2, and 3.
Let's go.
SP 1. Hold on a second, sir.
Oh,
SP 13239921, SP 1411742, counts 1, 2, and 3. SP 8242231, SP 984960, counts 1, 2, and 3. Z8 090901, State of Michigan versus Juna Lee Edward Green, case number SX 2399136, counts 1 and counts 2. Appearance for the record, please.
yes, I'm here as Juna Lee Edward Green.
Elwood S. Berry Jr. on behalf of the defendant, Your Honor, for purposes of arraignment, my client would stand mute.
It's clearly something going on here, because he doesn't even realize why he's here.
From what I heard, Officer Poole, not Officer Santiago, had her lights on. I was going in my home, and she came.
All right, so now I don't want to hear. I don't want to hear anymore, sir, because that's for another date. This is not the time for that. But he just indicated that he didn't have a clue why he was here.
Yes, sir. Didn't even know I had a court date.
So you didn't know that you have all of these tickets in your name. Never knew that.
No, I received court dates for the previous tickets. I'm just talking about.
I don't want to hear it. Mr.
Once
Green.
you moved, sir, my home was on fire. My home. I just got into this home on the date of the offense. It's my 9th day in this home. I was homeless for 5 months.
What's your new address? For no reason. $500 personal bond. Going to be testing once a week.
For what?
Alcohol.
They can't charge me with that. They trying to say I was out with open intox. I was never even out with open intox. The only reason I even got to that level is because I was in my home.
I'm gonna ask you to stop.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna put you in the breakout room with Mr. Berry. You have a discussion with him. We'll talk about the bond conditions when he gets out.
Bond. Okay.
Join the room, please. Back on the record with Mr. Green. Mr. Berry. What's going on with Mr. Green?
We seek a trial date, Your Honor. Mr. Green will hire his own counsel.
All right, that's what you want to do, sir?
Yes, sir. I already have them investigating the matter.
All right, so let's do it. Let's talk about the bond conditions. I need a good phone number from you, sir. I'm going to have you testing 1 time per week. I have you no leaving the state without the court's permission, and no drinking during the pendency of this case. Today is is court on next week for probation and stuff?
No, we don't reach out.
Let's get probation in here now.
We only here on the 27th and 28th, and I don't know if
Let's get them in here
What's
now.
the defendant's name, John?
Juna Lee Edward Green,
Juna Lee Edward.
What is the probation for?
so that they can, so they can assist in you testing and make sure that you're testing, or at least give you the
That's fine,
information.
because I'm not an alcoholic. They caught me with my beverages cleaning out my
Okay,
RV.
listen, sir, listen, I didn't say you were an alcoholic. It's a procedure, right? When I see this charge, everybody's got to go through the same procedure. I didn't say that you were guilty or anything.
Yes, sir. But do the arresting officer have to go through this?
But to go through drinking, they didn't charge, they didn't say he was drinking and driving.
So how am I being charged? Because I was in my home when they put me in the standoff. The only reason I even drunk my liquor is because they had the standoff outside my home. So how can they carry me outside my home and charge me with being too drunk when I could just be in my home sleep?
That's why
And
you
this
said
all
the matter
stems from a
trial.
complaint.
All right, see, you're talking too much, all right?
Your Honor, I need a little assistance to get to my defense attorney. I was calling because tomorrow is not a good day for me to go to week treatment and I have to catch the bus. And I don't even know how to get around on the west side yet, let alone how to get there. So I'm going to try to figure this out. But this date is not good due to my twin doctor's appointment tomorrow, and I have to get them to the east side. And I don't even know where to start.
Let's go back on the record with Mr. Green. Ms. O'Driscoll, go ahead and put your appearance on the record, please.
Jennifer O'Driscoll on behalf of the probation department.
Okay.
I
All
did
right.
speak with the defendant regarding the testing at ATS. I did tell him that he would need to report tomorrow, which is December 22nd, 2023. He could report in the evening at from 7 to 8 o'clock to do his enrollment and begin his testing.
My thing is, I don't know my way around.
Hold on a second. Wait a minute, please. And Mr. Green, that's the last time I'm gonna have you interrupt and over talk. When I ask you to speak, I'm gonna give you an opportunity to speak and I'm gonna listen to you. But everybody's gonna be orderly in here. All right? Now, let me ask you this, Ms. O'Driscoll, Officer O'Driscoll, is that 7 to 8 p.m. he can check in from 7 to 8 p.m. on that day, or it's open from 7 a.m. to 8 p.m.? Well, let me understand.
They are open in the morning from 8 a.m. to 10 a.m., but I understand that the defendant needs to take his children to the doctors in the morning. But then they close during the daytime and they reopen back up again from 7 p.m. They're open till 8:30 p.m., but he would need to be there by 8 o'clock p.m. in order to complete the intake process.
Okay. Mr. Green, go ahead.
On Ohio Street, no Wyoming bus run. I don't know my way to even get around left and right because I just moved to the west side. So I wouldn't even know how to begin to start, let alone at night in a dangerous neighborhood, trying to find my way somewhere. I'm completely threw up by the charges. I'm distraught, and this is not helping me with justice at all. These charges are all fabricated.
Okay, Mr. Green, let me say this. Have you lived in the city of Detroit all your life?
Correct. Never on the west side.
I didn't ask you that. You lived in the city of Detroit all your life.
Correct.
And you're going to sit and tell the court that you don't know how to get anywhere on the west side?
Well, when I got out of jail, I had to ask somebody to actually drop me off because I didn't know where I was.
Let me just get this correct. Let me turn your camera on, please. Because I want to see you. Take your hat off, please. I want to see it in the, stop moving, please. Please. You're telling me, how old are you?
36.
You're 36 years old. You're born and raised in the city of Detroit. And you're telling the court that you don't know how to get around on the west side.
Correct. Never did have to live over here. I was born on the east side all my life, and I stayed out of state a few years prior in my life. I never really liked Detroit as long as lived here. This was just where I was forced to be.
I'm not buying that.
Well, I have addresses in Cadillac, Michigan. I have addresses in Louisiana. I
wish you would stand still.
It's hard when you're stressed out. I mean, I'm used to having charges that actually apply to me. This is unjust.
That's why we're giving you your opportunity to be heard. That's why we're giving you your opportunity to be heard. You're gonna very well be able to make that defense. Now, you mentioned that you're gonna hire a lawyer. Do you already have a lawyer?
Yes, Sean McCartney, he's going to get all of this stuff and go at them for police brutality because my spine is injured.
You need to get on Sean McCartney on the line now, because I need to have testing this week. And I'm not buying the fact that you can't get there by 8 o'clock tomorrow.
How can you not? And I don't know where I'm going, sir. I mean, I could call him on my phone.
Yes, sir. You can figure it out.
How can I call him and get him in touch with you?
You're 36 years old. You're a grown man. You've been living
with the injured spine on disability. My spine is injured. I can barely.
You're moving around pretty good on the camera.
Because my back is hurting. I can't sit down and stand up due to my injury too long. My spine is ruptured in 3 places, which your cops actually helped do.
Not my cops. Not my cops. So listen, I want you testing tomorrow, and you're gonna have to figure it out. You can get all the way to Cadillac, Michigan. You can get all the way where else did you stay out of state? Where else did you stay out of state?
That took money, time, and transferred, and they actually paid for me to come out there. I'm on disability.
I'm saying
I don't
you got
make
out there.
all that stuff. So you expect me to walk tomorrow because I don't have no money.
No,
I don't have a dollar to my name.
Can you get down to the courthouse today and test in the courthouse? Or are you gonna tell me you can't get downtown?
I'm on the west side on Ohio.
Right. I'm done. The trial date is you make your own decisions and you do what you do. I'm gonna do my job. The trial date is April the 29th, 2024 at 9 a.m. Tomorrow, you need to have the testing done by 8. Ms. O'Driscoll said you need to get to the testing spot by 8 o'clock p.m. so you can make sure you get the intake done. I want to see a test from tomorrow and then every week after that. Okay.
And once they're all clean, do I get just cause? Because this is all.
If they're all clean,
I don't drink.
If they're all clean, then when you come back, you get your lawyer, you can come back in here and he can bring you back before the court. And I will definitely consider, if you got all clean tests, I will definitely consider maybe either reducing the time of testing or not having you test altogether. Definitely.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor, because I just have to beat you guys. That's the only way. It's me against the world.
Now don't put me in it. Because I didn't give you the ticket, and I'm just here doing what I do in my job. All right.
Understandable.
Have a safe, happy holiday season, sir. Best of luck to you.
Thank you.